recording. So, week 2 final match. Sending the all set to Dirtmann and the random wizard, aka HxHmidaf, is mid as fuck.
Oh yeah, we got some pretty interesting teams here. Any call-outs on the potential leads?
Well, you know, Dirtmann has what it looks to be a Don fan who could be carrying some stealth rocks. Could be another secret rocker in there I don't know about. And then, obviously, we've got a secret sweep from a Charizard, potentially, and then there is a Mew or Registeel rock lead. But we'll see what happens here. And we do see the start with the Don fan and the Charizard. So the Charizard here is the Mega Evolution, and it's obviously very strong. So we'll see if Dirtmann is going to give it credit it's due.
I'm not sure about that. On the dirt cam, he is calling it. He's got his razor blade out straight across the neck, baby.
Well, you know, with this setup, Charizard will Mega Evolve before something like an Earthquake would go off.
Oh my god. And Dirtmann has inverted his crucifix. Oh my god.
The man.
This is an unholy bout here.
And there's the pull on the Charizard, so no Mega Evolution there, which is interesting because of that, the next time Charizard comes in, if Stealth Rocks is up, he will take 50% damage.
But Dirtmann just keeps flip-flopping around, finally settling on the Ninetales.
And did you notice that the sun didn't start? So this Ninetales is packing Flash Fire. The nasty plot, though, there from Dirtmann, he's trying to set up with this Ninetales, and Mew is pretty tanky, so we'll see what he does. He misses with the Fire Blast. Really risky attack there. And he's got the Seed already, but the Citrus Berry proccing will give him at least one more attack with the Ninetales here if he doesn't pull it out immediately. He misses again! Oh no, that's why those low accuracy moves are just really risky.
Yeah, and Dirtmann is taken aback. The dirt cam, he doesn't know what's going on. I mean, that's why people use Flamethrower. It's exactly what you said. You take the high risk, and sometimes, you just do not get rewarded.
You know, we saw the CTO packing Focus Punch 6 times in a row, and you can see the opposite end of the pendulum there when you just miss twice in a row with a Fire Blast.
And especially setting up with the nasty plot. I mean, was the extra power off the Fire Blast even necessary?
You know, I don't think it was. Ooh, I love the move there from Random Wizard, knocking off the Eviolite, and the Toxic misses! Dirtmann is just on a tear of missing his moves.
I cannot believe this. Dirtmann, he finally does something hits.
And the Mew has the Synchronize, so he ends up poisoning himself with the Toxic. Pain splitting there. Love that one from Dirtmann. Sending the HP of the Mew down,
wow,
but
that was great.
Mew is going to heal back up with a soft boiled here.
Yeah, Booby Touch barely hanging on. Oh, but a Giga Drain.
Maybe we're seeing a little bit more of a special sweeper here in this Mew.
Either that, or could it even be Assault Vested?
You know, it could be, and that might be why we're seeing all attack moves on it. Oh, and there's the Mega Evolution from Dirtmann. The Blastoise instead of, well, that's the only one he has there that could Mega Evolve, but no Venusaur on the side of Dirtmann.
Yeah, Dirtmann opting in to bring 2 Fire...
And the crit with the Ice Beam! Great comeback from Dirtmann. And we could see maybe the Clefable. Yeah, there's the Clefable here, which means a Thunderbolt might be coming from this Clefable. as a Bolt Beamer.
Dirtman going in with the dirt vac. Sucking up the competition.
So he decides to go to the Ghost here. Now the Ghost will take it, but remember it has no Eviolite, so it's not as tanky as it was.
No, but still taking it relatively well. We'll see if he can survive in order to get a pain split off.
Wow! And Random Wizard swaps to the Registeel to give him a full pain split. I think that the Clefable would have been better there. But we'll see how it works out for him, because the Registeel could get rocks going. And that would start to punish Dirtman for all this switching.
Yeah, and with the immunity to Toxic, what does the have to threaten? Nothing. Straight into Arcanine.
Yep, and there are the rocks. So we could see a Flare Blitz here, which is going to hurt anything that is out there for Random Wizard. I think that in this spot, I mean, this is going to hurt. And there is the Flare Blitz hitting for over half the Zapdos HP, but it could have leftovers here, and it does. So based on the first hit, I mean, this could actually put it at 1%, depending on the roll. So we'll see here. Don't think you can pull. I don't. Yeah, the Arcanine staying in there. It's tough though, because now he is one hit from the Flare Blitz killing, but I don't know if he's faster. That's kind of the question here. He was using a priority move there.
Yeah, but I mean, you almost have to trust your Arcanine speed investment if you're going for that strat and just go straight for the kill with mashing another Flare Blitz. Now you're at 9%.
Yeah, and you could just guess that this is a tanky Zapdos. I mean, you saw it take that Flare Blitz like a champ, I would guess that the Zapdos has tanky EVs and not speed EVs based on how well it took it. There's the swap to the Mew, and he does Wild Charge. Keep putting it at 1%. It will kill the Mew with the toxic damage. Pretty good exchange there for Dirtman.
Dirtman with the Dirt Vac sucking up the competition yet again.
I want to see a Donphan here to get these rocks out, because that Charizard is sitting there, and you got to get rocks out before that Zard comes in.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it's the Zard here, but it's not. It's Pikachu.
So this is another decent matchup for Dirtman, but again, like the thing is he needs to get rocks out here. I don't want to see a double switch from Dirtman, because this Clefable is no joke and can do some real work.
Dirtman loving it on the Dirt Cam, throwing up the big X.
And there's the Stealth Rocks. You cannot Thunder Wave Donphan as he is ground. Maybe Random Wizard was expecting a swap there to the Blastoise of the Dusclops, but now that I think about it, Dusclops was toxic already. So there's the Stab Earthquake, big damage there. And if you notice, Donphan's faster. So if Random Wizard wants to have the Clefable here, he's going to have to swap potentially to the Zapdos here to eat it, but Zapdos will take 25% HP damage from the Stealth Rocks. This is a tough spot for Hunter x Hunter is mid as fuck.
And Dirtman's feeling the kill.
Yeah, you gotta like Dirtman's position here, and he decided to go with the Rapid Spin there, which is a decent move considering he could have swapped to Zapdos and eaten an Earthquake for free. So I don't dislike the play, but he missed out on potentially a free Stab Earthquake on this Registeel.
Yeah, and that Rocky Helm getting the chip damage back, putting Donphan in a much more vulnerable position.
Yeah, and there's the Earthquake just taking out the Registeel.
Dirtman.
So here's the Zapdos taking 25%, and it's down to 10. Now this Zapdos will have Roost, and it's defogged. So we'll see if the Donphan is faster. It's going to be close here. Donphan's not particularly fast, but like I said, the Zapdos is tanky.
Oh, and he just switches. Legendary
he decides
Bird against Legendary Bird.
Pretty crazy, because Random Wizard deciding to go for the Heat Wave there instead of pressing Roost. I wonder if that was a misclick there. And there, oh, and he misses with the Hurricane, and there's the Roost. Yeah, I think that must have been a misclick there because he immediately roosts there with the Articuno in play. And there's another Roost, and he's landed. The Thunderbolt will not be super effective. Now, this is pretty crazy because a stab Ice Beam on Articuno is pretty good. He could be running something like Freeze Dry, though, and there is the Freeze Dry, and it's okay. Now, the defog is really big there, so that clears the way for the Charizard. Random Wizard is in this game until that Charizard is dead, so there is the Zard, and the Hurricane hits it, but again, he has Roost on this Charizard, and he is not out of this. That Zard is fast, and Articuno is slow.
Oh, we're going to see it here.
Ooh, I can't believe it. The Zard almost takes down the Articuno, and this is big here because Zapdos, again, has Roost. We will see a Roost here out of the Zapdos because I don't think the Articuno is faster unless it's Scarf, or it can't be Scarfed because it was using different abilities, but there it hits it with a Freeze Dry, and the Dirtman is in great position here. Its Pikachu is a great Pokemon to fight this, though, because it does have Soft Boiled to kind of, play a little bit of a wall game. Oh, and Random Wizard presses Moonblast instead of the Soft Boiled. He's not playing around. At this point, you gotta wonder, Clefable has Life Orb, so Random Wizard really just wants to take some down. And there is the Soft Boiled there to get him back up. So he is Toxic, but again, he's Magic Guard, so that Toxic will deal no damage to Clefable.
Dirtman doesn't seem to realize this. Dancing about on the Dirt Cam, calling the death, but there's no damage going out.
And even a Pain Split here won't do much. Swapping to the Blastoise, which is kind of risky because there's a Stab Moonblast. This is a Life-Orbed Clefable. This is no joke. Can the Blastoise do enough damage here? Because it is a special attacker. Aura Sphere is horrible against the Fairies as a fighting move. And there's the Moonblast taking down the Blastoise. He's got to go Donphan here for the Stab Earthquake. He's got to go there with the Earthquake. This is his best move here. He sends out the Donphan. I hope he presses Earthquake here. Random Wizard coming back, but again, I think if Dirtman has sniffed it out and presses the Earthquake, this could do it. And he presses Knockoff instead! It gets rid of the Life Orb, and the Moonblast crits on the Donphan! And that will bring out the last Pokemon of Dirtman! Dirtman makes a huge mistake pressing Knockoff! I cannot believe it! Oh my god, and it comes down to the last Pokemon here. Does he have Nightshade? Can he take on this Clefable here? And Booby Touch uses Protect. Let's see what he can do here, because if Booby Touch has no attacking moves, he does have Nightshade here. He can do damage, but this is going to hurt with the Stab Moonblast. Wow. This game is crazy because the Toxic is now ticking every single turn. And this is going to deal serious damage while he just sits there and Soft Boiled. Dirtman gave this game back to Random Wizard. And it's like Random Wizard knows what's coming. He's just sitting back waiting. He knows this Toxic will start to do the work for him. And Pain Split, while it's good, it's not going to do the work.
Can't believe this has happened.
We got to see Booby Touch get away from using Protect there.
Yeah, Protect is not going to do much for him here. He has to get very aggressive, and Random Wizard just really has to sit here and press Soft Boiled.
It's a PP war going on, but that Toxic is making it scary. Soon that its Pikachu is going to go in with the Moonblast.
Dirtman showing us yet again that he had a great strategy and then just a few minor mistakes, just letting the game just fall out of his grasp.
Yeah, he was definitely feeling himself way too much and just wanted to click a move and end it.
Big mistakes from Dirtman. Really tough. And you see how much damage this Toxic is doing now every turn. And while Dusclops has a very low HP stat, it's not going to matter because this Clefable will just keep soft-boiling here. And, and there goes the Dusclops to the Toxic. And that will be game one. Pretty incredible game one. I just, I can't help but think that dirtttmannn had that, but here we go. We will get this into frame and get on to the next match. All right. We are good to go.
We'll see how the two adjust off of this. We did see a double swap out on the first turn of our last match. Will they do different leads? Will they start out with the same?
I think we could see maybe Random Wizard sticking with the Charizard here in the lead spot. If he goes with it again, maybe he wants to just go ahead and, get a bunch of damage out quick.
I mean, even against the Donphan, do you just call the Mega and just hit it with an Earthquake?
Stab Earthquake is really good on the Donphan. It would do a lot of damage. And here we go. Random Wizard deciding to go with the Mew lead here, and dirtttmannn sending out Articuno. This Articuno actually did pretty good work for dirtttmannn last round, and I was pretty impressed with it there. He decides to lead with a Stab Hurricane instead of the Stab Ice move. And there goes the Mental Herb there from the Articuno, getting knocked off by the Mew. Something that we don't see very often, and the Articuno itself is kind of just sitting here because the Mew does have Assault Vest, giving it a much higher special defense. As you can see there, the special defense is very high, and the Psychic move, quite good there with the Stab on Mew. And there's the Giga Drain. Not going to do much on the Ice Pokemon. Articuno landing, so it wasn't flying, so it did a little bit more damage than it would if Articuno had not pressed Roost. Psychic coming in from Mew. Again, the Stab Psychic move. We see Energy Ball out of Ninetales, maybe predicting a swap there. I don't know, but that Scald is going to go ahead and take down the Ninetales. You think that dirtttmannn would want a little bit more out of that Ninetales there, but not going to get much as he swaps to the Donphan, and I think he wants to maybe get some rocks out. And there's the Giga Drain, pretty good against ground Pokemon. So we're back to this situation where the Donphan is out, and he can just kind of swap to the Zapdos and just defog these rocks away.
Yeah, dirtttmannn really struggling with how to deal with this Mew.
Oh, and the Mew sending a Scald at the ground Pokemon. Learning a little bit from last match, I think, just go ahead and take that Donphan out. And there's the Crunch Life Orb on the Arcanine. The Scald hitting it again. He's sending out Fire Pokemon and Ground Pokemon. All bad against Scald.
Yeah, but this is his coverage. It's what he's got to do. He had to try and muscle through it if he had done it earlier and not just thrown away some of his other Mon.
So he's going to be at 1%, yeah, with the Life Orb plus the Flare Blitz. Will we see an Extreme Speed? Yes, we do. It will take both Pokemon down. Probably a good trade there for dirtttmannn, but that's only the first Pokemon there for Random Wizard to go down, and dirtttmannn can't just be trading one for one at this point. He's got to get some sort of momentum here and sweep.
Yeah, he's still enjoying it with the Dirt Cam, just sucking up the competition with his Dirt Vac. He does have the advantage of rocks out, going with Articuno.
That is true. The Zapdos is down here, so no defog on the side of Random Wizard anymore. And remember, this time, this Dusclops has the Eviolite in tow. So no knockoff yet on it.
And Dirtman just not learning from his last match. He's trying to go for the Toxic on its Pikachu. It does not work because of the Magic Guard.
Yeah, I don't think he understands what Magic Guard does there. So we do see the Moonblast there, and if we get a Pain Split here, it is paralyzed. It can survive one more regular Moonblast. The Pain Split would do a lot of damage, but it just dies on a really good roll there out of the Clefable, and you got to imagine Dirtman's in big trouble here because this Blastoise is a special sweeper and not going to be very good against this Clefable or really the Meganium.
Hey, he's at least got the Ice Beam for the Meganium, but we saw it try and fight this Clefable before, and it just was not really able to gain much ground. The Articuno also just not being able to do much to the Clefable.
Yeah, this game, we saw it in game 1. He tried the Aura Sphere against this Clefable. It didn't do anything there either, and there's the Thunderbolt again. Big Noise is paralyzed. Dead again there with the Big Noise. Articuno will come out. It has no item, and this Clefable is pretty much set up to just Thunderbolt this thing and kill it.
I mean, this Articuno pretty much didn't even have an item to start. Let's be real.
And this is going to be a short 2 games here because Random Wizard is really taking control of this game. Putting the paralysis on the Articuno. Really trying to clamp down here on it. And there's a Thunderbolt. Super effective. There's a sub on the Articuno. We hadn't seen this yet. I wonder why he hadn't pressed this move before. Probably would have been pretty good.
Yeah, especially with its ability to protect you from the paralysis.
And here comes the Charizard Dragon Dancing. I kind of wonder, lucky that the paralysis there stopped it because an ice move would have been decent there if he had hit with it. Crits with the Dragon Claw to get the sub out of there, and the Stab Hurricane kills it.
What the fuck is Johnny doing?
Yeah, chill.
Johnny's
And here
sucking up
comes
the
Meganium. So Meganium puts out the Leech Seed, and with the sub, this is kind of going to clamp it down because Articuno is going to start taking damage every turn from the Leech Seed. The Roost is going to help it get back up, but the Meganium just cleansed the entire team of all the status effects.
Yeah,
You got it.
If Dirtman had closed out that game 1 differently, we'd be going to game 3, but he's making these odd plays. I mean, even bringing 2 fire Pokemon, I would never recommend that.
Definitely strange, and he's getting a lot of poor luck here with the paralysis procs. His Articuno is in a pretty good position, and then he's just kind of lost a lot of his momentum because the paralysis has really hit him here. And here's the Clefable back out to just finish this thing off. And there it is, going ahead and finishing off all 2 games. That's all it needed for Hunter x Hunter is mid as fuck to defeat Dirtman. Hunter x Hunter is doing well so far. Dirtman, unfortunately, going to 0-2. That'll do it. All right, we're not recording anymore.